Hello everyone, it's Tilly from Tilly Journals, and I am here to pre-plan the week of the 11th of November in my Erin Condren Vertical Colourful Life Planner using this Lazy Autumn kit from Plannerface. Just to clarify, I do PR for Plannerface and I get a discount for promoting her stickers, but it does also mean I have a code for you guys to use, which is Tilly10 for 10% off. These are the stickers I've pulled out already. I'm using this washi from One Ton in a Million, which is the Harry Potter washi, and I've got Starbucks card as usual. For this video, I'm going to do something a bit different, and I'm just going to speed up and plan and then do a voiceover, I think. So let's turn to the right page and then we'll get straight onto it. Okay, so this is a bit weird. I haven't filmed a voiceover in forever. So I'm starting off with the bottom washi, which I actually cut thinner this week, and I can't remember, because I use a thicker alternate washi. So I'm using that One Ton in a Million Harry Potter washi, which I think is a 20mm rather than a 15mm washi, which I apparently can't get straight. So I then cut my bottom washi from the kit into thinner strips, which worked quite nicely. It meant I had the other strip of the longer, so I take that right across into my sidebar, and it also meant I had that third strip to use for my sister being here, because my sister came on the Friday with her newborn son. Well, he was nearly a month old at this point, he was a month on the Monday after this, so she came to see my family for the weekend, so that strip has been used for that. Then I think I'm going to move on to my sidebar, where I'm going to pull in a full box at the top. I'm going to use the Lazy Day Today is Awesome box, and I'm just deciding what glitter headers I'm going to use. So I'm going to use the blue one in this spread. Then we're going to have a Monday through Sunday box for my best bits, obviously going to Tipex out first. So what I've done is I have sped up this base bit a bit more than the rest of the video. So this is at 5 times speed, I think. Normally when you see it, it's on 10 or 15 even. 10 I think. And the rest of the video is sped up to 3 times, so the rest of the video is not going to be this fast, but I thought I'd get through this first. So at the bottom of the sidebar, I am just squidging in 2 currently boxes from Plannerface and a sort of best moment of the week. So now I'm going to pull in the deco, spreading out the similar bits first off, and then I will put in the other bits where they will fit. Later in the video I'm going to add some gold sparkles from my shop into this, just to add a bit of foil up there as well, and I'm really liking the deco across the top look. So yeah, I'm just going to cut those off next, and then I think we will pretty much be ready. Oh, and then I'm going to put in the glitter headers. I'm going to just grab that last bit of deco and turn it over to put in there, and then rolling up the sleeves, it's getting serious. It's cool. Now we're going to move on to the glitter headers and put the rest of the glitter headers down. I'm just turning around my planner for this because it is just way easier. When I'm doing talk through videos, I do try to keep my planner the normal way up as much as possible. So now it's time for the day by day, so I'm just sorting out my stickers a little bit and then pulling in the stickers that we are going to use off to the sides so that you can see what's coming. I haven't really done much editing of this, I've just sped it up, so if there are a couple of pauses I do apologise. So first thing on Monday I am going to mark in my work, and this is where I'm I should probably have my planner with me, but I don't, so it's fine. Then that little stressed emoji is to mark out getting stressed out about buying something that I needed to buy for PlanPlanPlan. As I said in the intro, this is the week of PlanPlanPlan. So most of the week, Monday to Thursday, you're going to just see me mark cutting, foiling and quality controlling, because that was most of the week. And I'm doing the whole thing where I try and have a full box on the top or bottom and not in the middle of the day, just to keep my chunks together, but I do use lots of day extenders on the weekend. I use 3 full box day extenders. Whew. So yeah, that last bit's just for quality controlling, and then we've got a little room for some text here, so as usual just pop in a glitter header and a checklist in. I do actually end up pulling in some full box foil overlays, but I don't pull it in any header overlays into this spread. So that's Monday all done. So we'll move on to Tuesday. Tuesday I had a self-study at work, so I did that, and I was hoping to do some quality controlling during that self-study time, but I didn't actually get the chance because I needed to make a presentation, because it was Wednesday we do some I used to on my old job. I've now moved rotations. I have a teaching day with medical students, so I was prepping a presentation from them instead of doing some quality control, but that box there is now to mark doing some quality control. Just debating where to put my text in, because I always end up having my text right next to each other. However I manage it, I always end up doing that, and I'm trying to work out here whether there's room for a full box. I think I just decide to have quite long text instead. So I'm going to pop in a half box to mark foil cutting as well. So foil and cut. Predictably, the only things other than work and doing stuff at work I've marked there are cutting and foiling. And quality control. That is pretty much this week, I swear. It's kind of our life for a little bit. But it does mean I have quite a lot of stock in, so my... what's the word? Processing times, they're still sitting at 1 to 3 weeks on Etsy, but I'm aiming to keep it close to the 1 week. However, it's currently Christmas time, so... that's not really happening. Started at the top and realised, I need to start at the bottom in case I want to pull a full box in. Spoiler alert, there isn't space. I put that down and then realised I want my text right at the bottom, and now I'm like, what do I do? Because I don't want to start at the top and I don't want to start at the bottom. Now I don't know what to do with myself. Because I don't know how much room I leave for text is dependent on how much space I have, but I think I just ended up deciding I'm going to have 3 hearts for text, and that will have to do. Cells about my head popping into frame there. So I'm now popping this down, and I think what I do is I pop all this really close together, and then in a second I'm going to spread it all out a little bit, just to make it look a bit better. So we've got the dinosaur is to mark that I was finally able to see the end of all the foiling and cutting. We've got some foiling in there, the little worried rat. I can't remember what I was worried about. I was stressed or worried either about foiling. I wasn't feeling very well. I really don't remember. I don't know. This is where I should have my planner in front of me, but I don't. So just going to mark cutting, and then I don't like how this looks, so it's all going to change in about a second because I realise I'm not going to fit a full box in here. Not yet. Nearly there. And then I'm like, nothing fits here, so let's peel everything up and make it fit better. Yay! I'm trying to get that off there because I don't want the 2 icons next to each other, but I just give up. Or do I manage to fix that? No, I just give up. I thought I gave up, but I couldn't remember. So then we're going to use a half box instead. So that cut script is just to say my boyfriend stayed at home and was not at work that day, so bless him, he sat at home and cut loads of sheets while I was at work, which, was pretty much a lifesaver this week, but it needed doing. We got there in the end. So that's that, and then that's for not that little thing is for not feeling very well, and then that ratty that I cannot remember the purpose of. So there we go, we're just peeling everything up and making it fit better, and we will soon be done with Tuesday, and we will turn over to the other side of the page. So how's everyone else been? It's New Year's Eve tomorrow if you're watching this on the day it comes out. Has everyone had a good year? Mine's been a bit mixed. I mean, we've got a gorgeous nephew, but there's been a lot of stress. That's my other life update that I haven't told you. My granny might also be moving. My grandpa moved in. If you watch my videos, my granny might be moving here when she comes out of hospital rather than anything else, and it looks like she might actually come out of hospital soon, which is much better than we were thinking, because we were thinking she might have to go into a community hospital, but they seem happier with her progress, but it sort of depends how she gets on with her eating. So we are organising my mum's bedroom. My parents sleep separately because of my dad's problems with his weeing, basically. This is way too much information, you don't need to know all this, but anyway, so my parents sleep separately because my dad gets up a lot in the night, which disturbs my mum. So anyway, we're sorting out my mum's bedroom to move my grandparents into there. My dad will move back into the room he sleeps in, which is where my grandpa is staying at the moment, and my mum will move upstairs. Hard work. But anyway, the long and the short of it is my mum's room is not the tidiest place in the world, so we are trying to sort that out, ready for my granny to move in, potentially this next week, as in this week that you're watching this video. I'll keep you updated on that one. No, actually, next week's will be a memory spread, so... I know, next week's will be a pre-plan. So I might tell you at the end of the video whether my granny's moved in or not. I'm about to film that, I think, after this video. after I've done this voiceover if I have time, though I also need to edit Friday's video. So much to do, and I've left it late because I've been enjoying my little nephew Felix. How was everyone's Christmas? I haven't told you anything about what I've been doing on Thursday. Let's just jump into Thursday and then we'll talk about Christmas if there is time. So Thursday I had work, Social stayed at home and cut again, and I don't know what that it'll be okay is for. I got a bit stressed about I finished work early, then I got a bit stressed because I'd left some patient details in my supervisor's car, and he was not being he just sent an okay text back when I told him exactly where they are, but I had this little bit of doubt in my mind that they weren't in his car, but they were, and he actually just left them in his car all weekend and I removed them on the Monday. Anyway, after work, quite predictably, we did some foiling, some cutting, and some quality control, but we did finish the foiling that day, so that was super exciting. On Friday I had the day off. It was basically a day of prepping my presents, so like my sweet jars that I had for my sponsored table, cutting stickers, finishing cutting the stickers, and doing a heck of a lot of quality control, as well as packing the bags ready to go. I only actually got half an hour's sleep. So that was fun. I am going to keep talking through the rest of the video about this, and then I will move on to Christmas if I have time. So on Saturday it was Plan. I'm going to pull in 2 day extenders, one at the top of the day and one at the bottom of the day. The one at the top, one of them's going to have a full box on. I'm trying to remember which one has the full box on. I think it's the one at the top on this, and then the one on the bottom of Sunday, which also gets a day extender, has a full box on. The one at the bottom is just little different things, as you'll see. Anyway, so I had half an hour sleep, so I felt like I needed dragging out of bed that day. I'm not sure this lazy autumn kit was necessarily appropriate. It's kind of me in a kit like cats, comfy clothes, bed, but I'm way more productive than lazy, so yeah. Got to be dragged out of bed, and then I drove across to Preston, Leyland, for the planner meetup. I actually had a coffee on the way. I don't drink coffee. It makes me really anxious unless I'm absolutely exhausted, which it did. It didn't make me anxious that day because I was so tired. Then we set up my sponsored table and my stall, as well as just generally setting up the room. There was a little bit of annoyance because they hadn't put the tables how we'd asked them to be, so that was a bit frustrating. But then it was time for the event. During the event we had 2 workshops. We had I say we had because I help organise the PlanPlanPlan events, and if you didn't know, we had a cake decorating workshop in the morning, and then in the afternoon we had a stamping workshop with Lottie of Mama Makes, so I'm going to mark those in, as well as lunch. We then had shopping time. I did have my shop there, but bless my boyfriend, he came along and manned the store, which Jamie, who is Beth's husband, also did the same for her, which just meant we had a bit more time to be able to actually focus on the running of the event and not abandon other Beth. So here's me pulling in that second day extender. So I actually end up using 4 extra full boxes worth of space on this day, and I nearly forgot to put in text as well. So the last few things I'm going to mark are clearing up, going for dinner with Beth and Beth, then driving home. I was absolutely exhausted by the time we got home. I felt really tired on the way home, but we still had to do some prep for the craft fair, which was the next day. So yeah, did that before we went to bed. And that is the week. That is Saturday. On Sunday, obviously my sister was here with her son, my nephew. But it was the craft fair, so woke up, was still really tired, packed all the cars ready to go, set up the stalls, which I've got like a workout girl for. That's basically because we had to lift loads and loads of heavy tables, so it was a bit of a workout. Then I am going to mark the actual craft fair, which I haven't pulled out a sticker for, but will when I go away and fill in the text. Helped out in the kitchen. Then I had lots of Felix cuddles. Then I was on the door at the craft fair, helped pack up. We watched some TV and counted the money, and then we relaxed. I was also going to mark dinner in, but I ran out of space on Sunday even with a day extender. So that is everything I'm going to mark. I do realise I'm way ahead of myself, but you will see me put all of those things in a minute. So instead, I'm going to talk about Christmas. So how was everyone's Christmas? We had a bit of an odd one. It was the first one me and my boyfriend spent together. And in some ways, it was sort of a standard Christmas, but in others, it wasn't. So my sister was here with her husband and my nephew, their son, not her son, their son. And it was his first Christmas, because obviously he was born in October. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you do know that. So we had him, my grandpa was here all day. We didn't have to like drive him back and forth or anything like that, which we often do when Granny and Grandpa are here on Christmas Day. It was actually their turn to be at my uncle's house, but obviously with my grandpa living here, we didn't want to move him back for Christmas Day. So he just stayed with us, and we obviously went to see my granny in hospital for some of the day, and my nephew went to hospital, even though technically he shouldn't be, but they wanted him to see granny because we were still not sure at that point that she was going to come out of hospital. She's still not very well, which is why we're going to move her in here for a bit if we can, because she needs a bit more looking after than she's ever needed before. At this point I was like, I'm struggling at 4 boxes. I'm a bit worried because I've got my other spread to do, because this should be a leftovers kit, but I didn't actually pre-plan this week, so that's why I'm cutting up those for that and pulling in washi as flags, just so you know. Anyway, so yeah, we went to see my granny, but my brothers both came round, but my older brother was working nights, so he only really came for dinner and then an hour or so after dinner, which was quite nice in some ways, but it was a bit odd him only being there for a little bit of time. I'm so used to him being there for like most of the day. That was a little bit strange. Yeah, and then we had some presents. And yeah, we normally have time for like a game at the end of the day, but just everything felt a bit more rushed. To be fair, like we had a small child, a baby, 10-week-old baby to look after during the day, and he was so good. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, that was my Christmas day. I'm opening up now. I think there's going to be a memory spread for new Christmas Day. Anyway, here is a little Viv Wiggle, and I'm showing you all the day extenders, and I will show you the leftovers of the kit. So that's what I've got left. I've actually now done the pre-plan, back planning, and with the magic of editing, we have a filled in spread. So I'm just going to go through and pop some 4-box overlays down. I wasn't going to use foil overlays in this spread, but I decided it needed it after I'd finished the spread. So there we go. And I'm just going to use the corners on the thing. So there's a little Viv Wiggle, and I'm going to add some sparkles up at the top as well. These are obviously oops, as all my stickers in my own shop are. I do only pretty much use my oops. I think I give that disclaimer later in this video, so I probably didn't need to say that. But I've kind of run out of things to say because there's not very much time left for me to talk for before past me jumps in. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say, so I'm saying things that I'm going to repeat in a second. Soz about that. So anyway, past me will jump in a sec and show you where all the stickers are from. Okay, so here we have the finished spread. I obviously wrote off camera. I just thought I'd speed this up a tiny little bit. So here's the finished spread. The kit is from Plannerface. Tilly10 will save you money there. As I said at the beginning, I do PR for Plannerface, so I do get a discount for promoting her goodies. But they are my favourite stickers and were before I started PRing for her. Good disclaimer there. Right, so all the foil overlays are my own, as are the twinkles at the top. That's Tilly Journals. Washi is one ton in a million. Let's start from the sidebar. Best Bits is my own. This is from Planners in Crime. These are from Plannerface, but not the kit. If I don't point it out, it's from the kit. This is Fox and Cactus, Planning Roses, mine, Coffee Monsters Co., handcrafted by Cherie, who from here on out will be Cherie, and these are Pink Bow Plans. I should also use the little disclaimer that all the foiled stickers I use of my own are oops quality, just so you know. This is Crafty Rat Designs, Foctus for both of those. This was random from a sampler I got from somewhere. This is Paperleaf Fox, these are both mine. This is Tamashi Prince. This is Colourful and Co. Tilly10 will also save you money there. I don't PR for her, I'm just a friend, so have a code. But I do love her stickers too, so yeah. I don't get free stuff basically, but she's my friend, so take that how you will. Hi Beth. I know you watch my videos. This is mine. Sadie's Stickers, Crafty Rat Designs, Little Thoughts Store, JD's Crafts, Fox and Cactus, Harriet Wright Designs, Curious Cat, Curiosity Cat. No, that's a gallery. I can never remember the name of this shop and it's really annoying. Paper and Milk, I've said all of those. Laura Jane Style, Once More With Love, Chogo and Mimi, said all them. Crafty Rat Designs, Once More With Fox and Cactus. Crafty Rat Designs is now shut, I believe, but this is also Crafty Rat Designs. Once More With Love, Papershire, Foctus, Coffee Monsters Co., Crafty Rat Designs, I've said all of those, Harriet Wright Designs and Once More With Love. So under this tab we have Once More With Love, Handcrafted by Cherie and Plannerface but Not the Kit. Then we have Foctus, Once More With Love, Coffee Monsters Co., Rose Coloured Days, Papershire. Let me open this up and we have Fox and Cactus, Crafty Rat Designs and Papershire again. On the closed bit we have Coffee Monsters Co., Crafty Rat Designs and mine. Then finally this last, we'll start down here, we've got Fox and Cactus, mine and Plannerface but Not the Kit. Then we have Crafty Rat Designs, Philo Fabulous, this was from a rando sampler, mine, Foctus, Choco and Mimi and Foctus. And that is everything. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I apologise that it was sped up and voiceovered. It's just what I felt like doing today. I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Let me know down below what your plans for New Year are, because it's New Year's Eve tomorrow. I'm at work till 10 PM, so I've got wild plans clearly. Yeah. Hope to see you in my next video of my first video of the new year. Thanks for watching. Bye!